I don't usually get behind any specific boat, but today we have to make an exception because this thing is madness and the price is too low to ignore. Everything from lithium batteries to engine hours screams, buy me now. Check this out with me. This, my friends, is an Island Packet 45 from 1999. Now, before we even get into this boat, there is a huge gotcha with this boat. It's an Island Packet from the late 90s, which is a definitive thing. Before some time in late 1998, some say it's August, Island Packet was making chain plates from 304 stainless steel, embedding them in the glass bulwarks. And they were rotting and rotting fast. 304 just did not hold up to being boxed in with fiberglass. After whatever month it was in 1998, they switched to 316 stainless. Now, I wasn't in the IP factory back in 1998, so I don't know what month it was. Now, if this boat was made before the date and time of the switch to 316 stainless, it's a big problem, and it may be due for a $20,000 chain plate job over at Max Sales in Florida. If, however, this boat was made after the 316 stainless switch, she's a beast and is maybe the perfect boat for you to take you anywhere on the planet in safety and comfort. And almost all the big expensive outfitting that you'd want to do is already done. I truly wish I had the 200 grand sitting around right now because this boat is as close to perfect as I've seen, not to mention how long this thing will last. Let's check it out. This long keel cutter rigged 1999 yellow beast is a whopping 28,000 pounds, so she's very much a Class A ocean cruiser. The beam of 13.3 means lots of room inside without being one of those new ultra-wide hulls that slams and bashes in the chop. They made these from 1996 to 2000, so she was alive in production during the chain plate switcheroo, and 42 of this hull were laid down. She sports a Yanmar 62, this one with less than 3,000 hours on it, and these engines have been known to exceed 8,000 pretty easily, so you won't have to worry about the diesel in this boat for a very long time. Behind the diesel is 140 gallons of tankage for fuel, and then the water hull is 240 gallons, and she's already plumbed for a water maker should you want to add one. As we look through the pictures, I want you to note all of the old electronics, old style plotter and displays all around, so if that bothers you, you'll have some work to do on upgrades, but this is a good way to nitpick at the price a little bit. And speaking of bringing the price down, they just dropped $750. Now that's not much in the grand scheme of things, but dropping $750 shows a price drop on Yacht World, so I think they're trying to get some attention and get noticed, so a little bit motivated to sell. Here's what they say this boat has going for it. She's got 3 separate reverse cycle air conditioning units. She's got 3 12-volt fans. She's got 7 opening Lumar deck hatches, 16 opening polished stainless steel port lights, all with screens. She's got a 3-blade max prop feathering on her. She had new bottom paint in 22, 3 years ago. She's got 3 gallons of extra Seahawk ablative bottom paint available for the next owner, and she's already ablative, so she's going to be easier to take care of. Stainless double lifelines were replaced in 2019. She got a traditional bronze stuffing box, so there's a maintenance item there. 2 heavy-duty stainless anchor rollers, freshwater anchor washdown on the foredeck. She comes with a 63-pound CQR as the working anchor and 200 feet of 5/16 chain. Chain was replaced in 22. So a 63-pound CQR, I'd probably replace that with somewhere around that weight of a newer plow anchor, a Rockna or a Mantis. She's got a secondary Bruce anchor with 20 feet of 5/16 chain and nylon rode, a low franz Cobra windlass, protective rub rail striker. She's got mass pulpits, a stainless boarding ladder at the stern. She's got door aid vents. Isotherm freezer compressor was replaced in 18. Alder Barber ultra cold refrigerator unit, separate thermostat control. She's got a microwave, Force 10 3-burner stove with oven. They replaced that in 2020. 2 10-pound propane tanks mounted in a deck locker, and LED lighting above the countertop. Large stainless double sink, pressure hot and cold water, manual water pump at the sink to save on water. Seagull water filtration system, Magnum 2000 pure sine wave inverter, charger. I might upgrade that to a 3000. 2000 is not quite enough to run a few of the things that I'd want to run. 3000 is much better. She's already got a Victron battery monitor installed. She's already got a bonding system which protects the propeller shaft and the hub and the rudder shoe anodes. Outback solar controller installed, galvanic isolators, and here's the money. She's got 800 amp hours of LifePo batteries with BMSs, 690 watts on the solar array. She's got an upgraded Balmar alternator with external regulator, dual 30 amp shore power inlets for the 120 volt systems, and they replaced the internal mass wiring in 2019. They list all the electronics installed too, but I'm going to skip them because while they're present and working, they're very old. They replaced all the sails on this boat 3 years ago. Do you know how much that would have cost for this cutter rig? All done at max sales in 2021. Roller furling main, 130 genuine Harken furler, a stay sail on a Harken furler. Running rigging has been replaced as needed. Standing rigging, and here's what they say about that. Age unknown, but the condition is good as viewed from the deck. So this is probably original standing rigging. They recommend a rigging survey to be safe. Now, they say this, but nothing about which chain plates this boat has. So either they don't know, or they don't know that there's a problem, or they do know and they don't want to say. If it's the old ones, you might try to negotiate 10 grand off the price to cover half the cost of replacing those chain plates. It's got a Yanmar 4J HTE with 2,600 hours on it. Waste holding tank was replaced in 2016 with a Duraweld tank. Sanitation hoses were replaced with Raritan Odor Shield in 2016, and the boat is already plumbed for a generator and a water maker. She's obviously got an auto bilge pump. She got macerator pump so that you can dump the system overboard. Shower sump, fresh water sump, 11-gallon water heater they replaced in 15. Now, how perfect is all of this? I genuinely would buy this boat for the asking price, even if it had the old 304 stainless chain plates, because this boat was designed and built to last for probably the better part of 50 or 60 or 70 years, for circumnavigations, for world exploring. Yes, it will be slower than the Beneteaus and the other fin-keeled condo boats, but it will always get you there. And when the wind's blowing 25 knots and the other boats stay in harbor to wait for a better weather window, you can just go. Reduce canvas a little bit, set the autopilot, and go downstairs to make coffee, while this battle-hardened boat does all of the hard work for you. With a draft of less than 5 feet on a 45-foot boat, you'll be headed into better anchorages than the Beneteaus as well. And with the solar and lithium on board this thing, you'll be able to stay there longer. They say this boat's already plumbed for a generator, but I honestly wouldn't bother. I'd find a way to sneak the solar up from 600 or whatever it was to 1,000 and be totally happy living off that. I'd likely take a year or two to slowly replace all the old electronics with newer stuff. I'd use a pair of iPads for plotters and add Starlink and call it a day. It really is hard to fault this boat for anything other than being a bit of a dog in the performance department and potentially having those 304 stainless chain plates. But like I said, it's not the end of the world if she does. In fact, you might be better off if she has the 304 stainless, because you can use that to drive the price down. And then, because she's already in Florida, drive her over to Max Sales in Stewart and have brand new chain plates installed. And then even the 316 stainless boats will be jealous, because even though this boat's 25 years old, you'll have brand new chain plates. If that's this boat's biggest weakness, having brand new ones will almost guarantee you decades of trouble-free sailing. Couple that with the young Yanmar and the investment they already made in solar and batteries, I'm pretty confident in saying you won't find a better Caribbean cruiser on the market right now for 200 grand. What do you guys think? Can you fault this boat for anything? Can't wait to see what you have to say. The mission here at Lady K Sailing has always been to get more people sailing more easily. A big shout out to the patrons who make these videos possible. I couldn't do it without you guys. If you'd like to help out support the mission of getting more people sailing more easily, please consider becoming a patron. Also, one more thing. I'm probably in Miami or somewhere on the way to Arizona right now in Charlie the Truck. I finally finished that build. So if you want to see what's going on over there and follow along with the journey, head over to the Charlie the Truck channel on YouTube. Until next week, friends, keep the heavy side down, but not too far down. I love you guys.